Measure the opening from brick to brick, top, middle and bottom. If you find that the measurements are all the same, then take 10 to 20 mm off of this size. This will give you room to square the frame in the opening when fitting, as a lot of properties' walls won't be totally level. Next, the height. Measure both sides from underneath the existing sill to the top of the frame, and take off 10 to 20 mm again for moving the frame to get it level. Now you have the width and height measurements for you to order your door online through the website designer at frontdoor.co.uk. First things first, check the door. Check the width and height again before you proceed to take the old door out. Once this is all okay, you can start to prep your door. You would have probably removed the wrapping to measure the door, so after this has been done, take the sill and handle pack out and put to one side. The keys will be screwed to the side, remove these. The screws on the hinges should be tightened to hold the door in place, but it's best to check these before opening the door. Take the covers off the hinges and tighten the Allen screw with a 4mm Allen key. Next we put the handles on. If you have a straight spindle door, you can push the spindle through the hole at this point. But here we have a split spindle, so take one piece and put it through from one side and the other in the other side, leaving the springs on each spindle. Now you can put the handle on each side and put the screws in. Use either a low power drill or a hand screwdriver for this so you don't over tighten the screws. Now the door can be opened to make sure the other adjustment screws are in position and tightened. As you can see, there are 3 marks on the hinge plate. This is for moving the door in and out for compression against the gaskets. I always start with mine on the middle one. You can move these after if need be. So the door is now prepped and ready to fit. So close it up and put it to one side whilst you take the old door out. There will be other types of door to be removed, such as aluminium or PVC, but this is a timber door in a timber frame. So start by removing the old door slab. Unscrew the hinges until the door is free, and then take it off and move it out of the way. Now time to cut the frame out. Here you will need a bar to lever the frame away from the wall as you cut. We're using a flat bar here. Use a hammer to get the bar behind the frame and start to cut. Cut at an angle so you can lever the frame away from the wall without it getting caught. Pull the frame away from the wall and cut all the way through. Pull the bottom half away and out, then the top piece the same. Now you can remove the other side and then do the same and cut through using the bar to lever the frame from the wall. Now the top is ready to be removed, so use a bar to lever it down and pull it out. The seal at the bottom may have a metal bar through the middle. If this is the case, you may need to remove it to cut the seal out. If this is the case, then use a hammer and bar to chisel it out. The seal can then be lifted out if it isn't behind the brickwork, or you may need to cut the seal and lever it out. Now the frame is out, clean the brickwork and inside wall up with a scraper and brush any dust away. Take the new seal, use super glue and activator, available to buy on our website, to stick one end cap on one side. Measure the gap for the seal or offer it up and mark it like this. Cut the seal to length, then stick the other end cap on. The seal is now ready to be placed in. Put the seal in and check the level of it. If needed, use the packers from the door to lift either side to make it level. If you haven't enough, you can get these from our fitting materials page as well. Once you're happy the seal is level, take it out and seal underneath with some foam to hold it in place. Put the seal back on. We will seal along the underneath outside afterwards. Now the door is ready to be fitted. Lift the door into the opening. You will need someone on the inside to hold the door open, or you can prop it up to get it level. It's easier and safer to have a mate here to help you. Open the door so that you can see the inside of the frame. This is where we are going to fix through. We use 120mm concrete screws for doors and a 6mm hammer drill to drill into the brickwork through the frame. Use a level to check the frame is upright. Even the gap between the brickwork and put some packers behind the frame to stop it from moving over. Start at the bottom and drill one hole to fix through. Put this below the hinge. We will fix above it after. Fix the screw in place. Now level the frame so it is upright. We can move the frame left and right before we fix. Drill a hole at the top of the frame. Fix the screw in place. Now it is fixed top and bottom, you can start to check the door closing in the frame. From inside, close the door and check the lines of the door. Make sure the gaps are even all the way round. Now fix the hinge side, the other side of the top and bottom hinges and top and bottom of the middle hinge. Use your level after every fixing to make sure it doesn't move and you don't bow the frame in any place. Now do the same on the lock side, being sure that after every fixing to check that the door is level and that the door can be closed and locked. Once you've fixed the screws either side of all 3 locks, your door is now fitted. At this stage, if you need to make any hinge adjustments, don't worry, it's easy. Remove the top caps and front caps if you put them back on from before. You will need a 6mm socket and 4mm Allen key for this. Put the socket in the top and undo the front screw. You will see the door move over when you loosen it. When it is loose, you can move the door over with the socket. Once in position, tighten the screw. So now the door is fitted and adjusted if needed. So get your foam gun and foam all around the door frame from outside. The foam will fill any gaps and will harden around the frame to hold it in position. Your door is now fitted and foamed and you are ready to finish it off. On this door, I'm going to trim the top first using a square block, then put 90mm quadrant down the sides. Clean the door frame down with some PVC cleaner. Don't use this on the door slab, only the frame. Normally you wouldn't have a wire like this, so you can cut it straight and put it on. Cut it to length, use your glue and activator to stick it to the door. Do the same with the sides, measure your trim to size and stick it to the frame. Now the door is fitted and trimmed, we are ready to finish and seal it. Give it another wipe down, PVC cleaner for the frame, warm soapy water on the slab. Use white silicone to seal plastic to plastic joints and use clear silicone to seal down the brickwork. On this door, the horns needed to be cemented in, so I mixed a little bit of sand and cement and will point them in. Also check under the seal from outside, and if needed, seal along with silicone, or in this case the gap is a bit bigger, so I will cement under here as well. Don't forget, you can buy any fitting materials you need through our website when you order your door.